Welcome everyone to my presentation on Japan's comprehensive approach to disaster management. My name is Amy Moore, and I will be discussing the rationale, implementation patterns, disaster hazards, participants, obstacles, and the impact of disasters on Japan's disaster management policies. So, the rationale and history. Japan's disaster management system is deeply rooted in its history of frequent natural disasters, including earthquakes, tsunamis, and typhoons. The country's location on the Pacific Ring of Fire makes it particularly vulnerable to seismic activities, necessitating the development of a robust disaster management framework over the centuries. The historical context can be traced back to the Edo period, where those years range from like 1603 to 1868, during which early disaster mitigation measures were developed, such as flood defenses and early warning systems. Significant events like the Great Hanshin Awaji earthquake in 1995 and the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami have shaped Japan's disaster management framework, leading to the establishment of the Disaster Management Basic Act in 2003. So, their implementation pattern, Japan employs a sophisticated blend of top down and bottom up approaches in its disaster management. The national government, through Cabinet Office, sets the overall policy framework and coordinates disaster management activities nationwide. This top down approach ensures a unified strategy and consistent guidelines for disaster preparedness, response, and recovery. Local governments are responsible for implementing these national policies, allowing for flexibility and customization to meet regional needs. For instance, during the response to the Typhoon Hagibis in 2019, the Japan Meteorological Agency issued national warnings while local municipalities managed the evacuation orders. Their disaster hazards and planning. Japan is prone to various natural disasters, including earthquakes, tsunamis, typhoons, and volcanic eruptions. The government has developed detailed disaster plans and implemented strategies to mitigate these hazards. One primary focus is earthquake preparedness with advanced early warning systems like the Earthquake Early Warning System, which provides critical seconds to minutes of warning before seismic waves arrive. Additionally, Japan has invested heavily in earthquake resistant building codes and tsunami barriers to protect coastal communities. So, disaster management in Japan involves a wide range of participants, including governmental agencies, NGOs, the military, and international organizations. Key governmental agencies, such as the Cabinet Office and the Ministry of Internal Affairs, coordinate disaster response activities. NGOs like the Japan Red Cross Society provide essential relief and support during disasters, while the self defense forces are deployed for search and rescue operations. The potential obstacles, right? So, despite its advanced disaster management system, Japan faces several challenges that can hinder effective response efforts. One major obstacle is the language barrier, which can impact the dissemination of disaster related information to foreign residents. Additionally, the high cost of maintaining disaster infrastructure pose a significant financial burden on the national budget. Public awareness and participation are also critical challenges, as not all citizens fully understand the importance of disaster preparedness. Japan's approach to disaster management has been significantly influenced by major historical events, particularly the Great Hanshin Awaji earthquake, as mentioned before, and the 2011 Tohoku earthquake, as mentioned before. These events revealed critical deficiencies in disaster response mechanisms, leading to the enactment of the Disaster Management Basic Act in 2003. These lessons learned from these disasters have driven advancements in disaster risk reduction technologies and strategies, making Japan a global leader in this field. In conclusion, Japan's disaster management system is comprehensive and sophisticated framework by its history of natural disasters. The combination of top down and bottom up approaches, along with the involvement of various stakeholders, ensures effective disaster management. By continuously learning from past disasters and addressing existing challenges, Japan remains a global leader in disaster risk reduction and management. Thank you so much for your attention, and I look forward to any questions that you may have. These are my references, and have a great day.